Good morning, team. Good morning, gang. Good morning, fam. Guys, my whole entire reason of coming on here and making these videos is I want you guys to put all the puzzle pieces together. If you guys don't know, my name is Jason Simmons, head mod, True Trading Group, and I love trading commodities. Oil, I love to trade it. It's what I started to really pay attention to, what I really studied. I went to college for 8 years, and I don't have a degree, so I'm not like a doctor, no. But during that time, I learned how to do a lot of due diligence. I mean, there's a lot of papers due, you do a lot of studying. So when you're trading futures and commodities, it's a lot of studying, it's a lot of knowing when world events are coming up and how world events are going to affect the commodities. So let's start off when we were talking about crude. We were talking about crude being stuck under 55, it was like at 52.50, but we had a lot of indecision. We had the trade war going on against the world's two biggest economies, and we had the FOMC meeting coming up, which could tank the market, which would also strong energy, strong market. So we had two really good positive signs come out this week. First of all, we started talking to China again about the trade war. So the two world's biggest economies are going to work together, which means supply glut put in the background for now. And guys, and then we were talking about the Strait of Hormuz. We were talking about the Strait of Hormuz. Iran likes to threaten it a lot. If they threaten it, oil's going to shoot up to close to $60. So look what happened. Exactly what we said was going to happen. It's kind of, like BYND came out with a crazy PR trying to save the stock up where it was. It wasn't enough, and the stock fell back to where it was supposed to be. So you have to remember that with, these commodities too, that there's going to be hiccups in your game plan, but you have to stick to your game plan, know how to change it, and then move on. So I was waiting until after the oil report. I mean, we also got our first bullish oil report from the EPA for crude this week. In the past 3 weeks, driving season, we've had big gains. This week we had a drop in oil and in gasoline. Guys, also watch gasoline. It takes oil to make gas. So if you see a drop in gas, means that they're going to have to produce more oil. Also, the biggest oil refinery on the East Coast just went boom in Philadelphia. So we need to watch crude really closely, see if we can get up here. You can see, guys, we gapped up over 59.50 and went boom. So now we need to get up here to 58.81 and try to get back up here to 60. We still have a lot of summer left. Hurricane comes in. We actually sent some missiles over to Iran. I think we see $60 oil sooner than later, the way the world tensions are. So, like I said, we know the Strait of Hormuz, ungodly. I think it's over 60% of the world's oil travels through there. So that number is not 100% accurate. Okay, I have to go back and check. It changes from time to time. But a huge amount of the world's oil travels through there. Now, we have Syria, which has tons of oil. That's conflict all the time. But why is Syria? Why don't we pay attention to Syria? Because their oil is full of sulfur. Harder to refine. Not that many people like it. But we saw that is how Daesh was supporting their oil through Syrian oil, which they were selling it to people who really didn't care about the quality. So there's always money to be made, but I wanted to tell you guys why Syria, one of the places, where has a lot of oil, is not ever really a player in the oil market because their oil is full of sulfur. These are things that you guys will do due diligence on. I know where all the oil companies' rigs are. I know what country they're based out of. These are all the little due diligence that go into this. But just like I said, guys, oil commodities, super due amount of due diligence, but once you guys do the due diligence, you don't have shady MMs. Okay, you can day trade in and out of future contracts without a PDT. Now, it costs some money to buy future contracts, okay? So you're going to have money in your account to cover your positions. But every time oil moves $1 off of one contract, you make $1,000. We're talking about oil going from 50 up to 55. It's a really strong move. So I'm glad that you guys are starting to get interest in it. Oil is my favorite thing to trade. OPEC are the world's biggest pumpers. So I love it. So oil is coming up to a major oil's coming up to a really important area here. We want it to hold above these two candles. And it's at 56.65. Okay, we want oil to hold 56.65 on any pullback, or we're going to go back and test $55. So this week we're going to be looking for a 65 to watch. Guys, write this down in your notepads now. API report comes out on Monday. EPA report comes out on Wednesday. And then for natural gas, the EPA report comes out on Thursday. So crude this week, we're going to be watching for 56.65 to hold on any pullback. And I'm honestly looking for a push up towards $60. Now, natural gas. We're watching natural gas to have a bottom put in here. So you can see, guys, 216. So look at a weekly oil chart. So look at April, June, we have July, August, October. So, but look at the price that natural gas is normally at this time of the year. I mean, we're normally not at 216. Now, we did make a crazy move this summer. Maybe the shorts taking advantage of some of the losses they made, because we haven't hit 450 in a while. Look, and oil, let's go to a monthly. See, this was totally out of common. Last time this happened was in 2014. But we knew this was coming when we saw this 2014, when we saw this break. You know, it was going to 4. So natural gas, you can see, guys, can come all the way down to 202, 107. I mean, guys, we can drop down $2 land. It can't happen. Now, if we drop down that low, we have to wait for confirmation that we're seeing a bottom, because look, we could have been chasing this all the way down and still falling. I've been watching, I haven't jumped in yet. I mean, look at this. Let's go to try to find look, bull flag. And then this hasn't been able to get back. So we see this gap down area at 2, let's see, open at 2277. So we need to get it back above 2277 for me to consider this a bullish, ready for a reversal. We need to fill this gap. If not, what do? We just trade inside this. All right, so I'm watching oil close for a break above this open at 2277. All right, gold has been on fire, been booming, but gold's coming up to some resistance as well. And guys, I'm gonna start going over some Forex. I've had some people asking some questions tonight. Watch Australian dollar versus the Japanese currencies, JYP, Australian dollar. Watch very close this evening, around 6:45, 7 o'clock. Just watch. Now watch the pips that they put in. Now I'm not going to tell you what reports are coming out. I want you guys to do some research today and to find out what reports and put them down in the comments. Because people, once you guys learn how to trade and learn candlestick patterns and learn how certain reports affects the commodity, guys, it's just pure charting. Commodities is pure charting on worldly events. Our catalysts are worldly events and reports. Okay? So, let's look at gold too. So I said, guys, Sunday morning, this is what I do. So I'll be watching natural gas to get over that 277 mark. I'll be watching crude to hold, 56.50, looking for a push up to 58. Actually up to 60. But we'll have to see here. So now let's look at this gold. Because I hate line charts, but look. We had some problems after this huge, and also guys want you to notice, okay, I'm on here, okay, when I trade oil, I use Street Smart Edge. If you guys have Charles Schwab, you guys can sign up for future trading, and you guys do it under Street Smart Central. It's a tool under Street Smart Edge. I just want to show you guys this real quick. But when you guys are first starting, I suggest you paper trade. Okay? Do not look at these people writing all of this madness here. Okay, what you want to use this for are these people that put up some chart patterns and you guys want to learn, because there's some different chart patterns that go into commodities, some different EMAs to use, and we'll go over that later on. But let's look at gold here. So if I want to get an overall picture on stocks, I look at a 30-minute chart, 60-minute chart. Commodities, I go to a 5-hour chart. Okay, these have been trading a lot longer than the stocks, so we need to go farther back in time. So look at this nice little uptrend, but we kind of put in a double top here. Bullish engulfing, and this also, guys, investing.com tells you what kind of pattern it really is coming up to. I've been making a candlestick course, guys, and I want this to be able to happen on my candlestick course. So if you guys know how to put these things into charts, please let me know down below, and maybe we can work together to get my candlestick class up and running, okay? All right, so look, bearish reversal, medium, that means we need to start watching for reversal, and I said we're coming up to resistance. And this is where we come back to the weekly chart. And look, we're coming exactly to this area we got to. So we need to make 1388 our new base. Really 1362. Anywhere in the 1364 area, okay, to show that we're going to push up. You can see that we got to this high, 2018, couldn't break it. We got to 3899, couldn't break 14, and then fell right back down. Look, we're right back at that area again. Crucial mark for gold here. And you guys have any questions about what I'm saying here, please leave comments down below. Like, if you don't understand why we want to get above this and make this our new base, please stop and let me know. Toby loves trading futures. Here's a Toby cameo. You can hear him barking. He's attention getter, so he wants to be on the film. Alright. So I want you guys to notice this. We want to make this area our new base. We want this to act as support. This was resistance. So we look for in everything. We're looking for old resistance to become support for a new channel to be made.